Oh, yeah, my bad. All right. I did jewelry store marketing for my internship, and my name is Gavin Jack Russo.
You can go ahead and click on
Oh, my bad. All right. I am Gavin Jack Russo. I am a senior at Jonathan Law High School. I run a handyman business doing electrical, plumbing, carpentry, and painting work. And at school, I'm taking marketing and business classes. Where did you intern at? I interned at Jewelry Store Marketing, which is a marketing agency that works for jewelry businesses located in New Jersey, but is online and works all over. All right, all right. Who is the owner? His name is Guy Panada. He is a native of the Philippines, and he started his business after facing academic setbacks, not pursuing high school or college. I think he dropped out at like seventh grade. And despite these challenges, he persevered and worked diligently to establish a thriving marketing agency specializing in the jewelry niche. And niche is like a specific set market. And why did I choose this site? I chose this site to gain marketing experience for my own business and future endeavors that I will be in. And the owner's dedication and knowledge and skills stood out to me. And I was inspired by their journey, so I wanted to learn from them and develop the necessary skills to handle marketing independently. What is his business? He operates a marketing agency specializing in jewelry businesses where he manages their advertising campaigns on social media platforms and implements search engine optimization, which is SEO, strategies on Google. His primary goal is to enhance the visibility and brand recognition of these jewelry businesses, ultimately leading to increased sales by leveraging targeting ad campaigns and optimizing their online presence. He aims to generate tangible results for his clients and establish their brands within the industry. And that's another reason I'm inspired by him. And what was my expectations? I anticipated that working on this project would be an engaging and enlightening experience, providing me with valuable insights into the marketing industry. By actively participating in the campaign, and learning firsthand about the strategies and techniques involved, I expected to gain practical knowledge and that could be applied into my future ideas. I believe this opportunity would open doors for me to implement effective marketing strategies and approaches in my own things, like when I'm doing my own business. And what was my responsibility? I took on the responsibility of working on the newly created website, which was called Hubber, and it like makes pre-made marketing templates for businesses that they can just copy and edit. And I coded and optimized it to ensure its functionality and user experience. Additionally, I crafted promotional emails to effectively communicate with benefits of the website to potential users. And he has like an email list of like 500 people, I think 1,000 people who are interested in this, so it will be sent to them. And furthermore, I initiated a marketing campaign on Facebook and Instagram to increase its visibility and attract more signups. What were my accomplishments? I successfully redesigned and launched the website, and I've gained extensive knowledge in the field of marketing, in addition to my own campaigns that I'm starting for my own business, and I have been able to assist another individual with their marketing efforts currently. I am actively engaged in launching a marketing campaign for their website, which is scheduled to be completed by the end of this week, which it would be today. Well, tonight, actually. And then, what were my challenges? I faced time constraints while managing my various commitments, which included studying and learning the important aspects of marketing. Despite these limitations, I dedicated myself to acquiring knowledge and understanding the key principles of marketing. I prioritized my time effectively to ensure that I could balance my other responsibilities while also focusing on my learning goals. What was my experience? I've gained extensive knowledge and experience in running a marketing agency, understanding the various tasks and responsibilities. Also, having employees because I had to work with all those employees and help them, I guess, and then accomplish on a daily basis. Additionally, I've acquired hand-on skills in website creation and managing Facebook and Instagram ad campaigns. I don't know why I did that. All right. I'm relocating to Florida to expand my business by working with the people I've already lined up. Additionally, I plan to invest the income generated from my current business, into multiple online ventures, diversify diversify my source of income. This strategy will allow me to generate revenue both from my existing business and through various online endeavors. That's it.
So we have some questions.
Yeah.
So obviously it sounds like you're a bit of an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And you've had some of these businesses you've started yourself, and so you
Mhm.
wanted. I really like the idea of connecting with somebody who has like a really cool story, and
Yeah.
obviously like work from the bottom up and to create something. Can you tell us about maybe like a really important piece of like advice or something you learned from your site supervisor that maybe you're going to take with you for your future stuff?
Well, he always told me like the more work you put in, like the more you would get out. Like, well, it was like in representation of God. Like, the more hard work you put in, the more He would bless you, basically. So like, he was trying to get me to strive to put more work in and just accomplish more. Because in the end, I would get blessed more.
Can you walk us through maybe like a really challenging day you faced? Because you mentioned that obviously you had a lot to juggle.
Mhm.
So can you talk about maybe one of the more hectic, busy days, but like how you overcame the challenge?
Yeah. Well, one day I couldn't figure out how to code, so I had to like watch a YouTube video explaining all the different aspects of coding and like how to write it and understand it. So I had to get more into that on a YouTube video, and it took me probably like 5 hours extra working that day.
That's intense.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask too, like, because you mentioned coding. So like, did you have anything that you learned here at Jonathan Law that kind of like translated?
No.
No, so you didn't.
I only took marketing and I only took marketing classes.
Okay. So did you feel like that was maybe helpful, like just have a little foundation
Mhm.
knowledge in that?
Yeah, kind of. It helped me understand like marketing knowledge more.
Okay.
I guess I don't know if you would have covered this at your internship, but clearly he started his own business, and that's kind of like the venture. I guess you're going like the path you're going on.
Yeah.
Can you talk about like how to get capital or any kind of like financial, like kind of tidbits about how to generate some capital to start these businesses?
Well, the type of business that marketing is, like, you don't really have to invest any money into it. I don't know if that's what you mean.
Yeah,
But
that's what I meant. But like,
oh yeah, you don't have to invest anything. You can start just by like talking to people and getting like friends with people and basically just doing their marketing for them. That's how you like start off, and then you can like put the money into establishing an LLC and stuff like that.
Where in Florida will you be located?
Port St. Lucie and Jensen Beach, like that area.
Very cool. And why Florida versus somewhere else?
It's just more work and like it's more, I don't know, just work. It's all year everyone's doing stuff, so it's more stuff I can do, and I'm also trying to get into boating
Okay.
because me and my dad are good at like boat repairs, like fiberglass and stuff like that, which could be a lot of money, which also I could add on to it.
Cool. So obviously this was a lot of like online work, but it sounds like you're a very hands-on kind of person.
Yeah, I
so,
am.
Like, how did that feel doing like more like office type work versus going out and like doing like hands-on stuff? How did that feel?
It's kind of challenging to just like stay put and like do that all day, but it was good. It gave me a different like aspect of all this stuff, so it was good.
Great. Any other questions?
Is that 10 minutes?
You're doing good. Perfect.
All right, great.
Great job.
All right, thank you.
So this is my internship, like a themed internship. So I'm Malachi Hart, and I go to Jonathan Law High School as a senior here. And after I graduate, I'm going to Mitchell College in New London, Connecticut, and I'm still undecided on a major, but I'll figure it out eventually. So my location, was different in that I didn't really go anywhere. So, I didn't actually intern at a place. I did it at my house, and I kind of worked on the project and gathered feedback from a wide variety of sources to complete it. So Miss Sylvia and Miss Burns actually supervised it because again, since I didn't go anywhere, I didn't like actually have like a supervisor in that regard. But I like went to them, and they like helped me, go through like the process of the internship and stuff. So I interned. So I decided to intern because I believed that it would be an amazing opportunity to improve my writing and drawing skills through, feedback from a wide variety of sources. And I also believe that by talking to professionals in the field and receiving feedback from them, I could further improve my communication problem solving skills to utilize later on in life, such as in the workplace and in everyday life overall. So, my expectations before my internship were that, I was pretty nervous because I didn't really know what to expect. And, again, it's not like, it's not a traditional internship, so I was also kind of nervous about that too, like what the structure would be. But as I gave it more thought, I became excited at the opportunity because, aside from like, talking to professionals and teachers, I get to do something I like really like to do, and, could like, make my like people happy, like, through creative processes and stuff. So my responsibilities were so I had to create a comic book using feedback from professionals and teachers at law to assist me during the development phase. And then after that, I had to email 2 teachers and professionals and to ask them questions about creative processes and methods that I could use to complete my story. And then once I emailed them, I had to meet with the teachers in person to show them my current progress and to receive feedback on the story that I could like use to, eventually finish it and, kind of like to improve on it. And meanwhile, I had to meet with the professionals virtually to ask them questions about their careers and like tips, and advice that they would give to like people, other people who are interested in the field, during the creative processes. And finally, I met with Miss Burns and Miss Sylvia once a week to check in, about the story's progress and to analyze the feedback I'd received so I can make the story as enjoyable as possible. Accomplishments? So arguably my biggest accomplishment was actually finishing the comic book. And I call it Strange Encounters Martian Madness. And it's like, a story where like, it's about like a human and an alien kind of like becoming friends and getting to know each other and stuff. And the teachers I received feedback from were Mr. Romanowski, our teacher, Mr. John Gregorio, an English teacher. And their feedback, helped me improve several aspects of the story, like the story itself, the panels, the drawings, and etc. So, and I emailed 2 professionals, Catherine Vargas and Bill Hernandez, who are, Bill Hernandez is a cartoonist in Stratford, and Catherine Vargas is an animator in Milford. And, I emailed them to inquire about feedback, and tips that they would give to people to, and help them out in the creative process. And I used that to like really help me out with that. And the other accomplishment that I achieved during the course of my internship was that I was able to improve my skills as an artist throughout because of the feedback that I received. So, it's the front cover, that's the back cover of the story. Challenges and problems. So the biggest challenges that I face, were that the professionals were unavailable, and I tried to reach out and stuff, but they just weren't available to speak with me. And Catherine actually did respond to me, but scheduling conflicts, didn't allow us to meet because like she was on vacation much of the time, so she wasn't able to do anything, unfortunately. And the final story, the strip, also took a long time to develop. Like, I went through several ideas, and like in the book, like you could like tell that like I switched between a few different ideas, like especially the beginning of the story. It probably wasn't until like a week or two into the internship that, I had like the final ideas like finalized. Conclusions from the internship. I learned about I learned a lot about my skills as an artist throughout the past several weeks, and it developed and evolved as time progressed. And I'm like really proud of myself for like how like it progressed and how I got better at certain things and stuff. And it also improves my communication skills, especially like talking in person and emailing, and that's like something like that's like hard for me to do, is like communicate with other people, especially like in person. And finally, it taught me time management skills that I could utilize in daily life now or in the future. And it really like allowed me to like kind of like split my time to whether it was like working on the book itself or meeting with teachers or Miss Sylvia, Miss Burns, and stuff like that. It really, I'd say, really definitely helped me with my time management skills. Future plans, so going to Mitchell College in the fall, and again, I'm still undecided. And I hope to use the information I learned during the internship to further my capabilities in the arts through college and adulthood. Like, I plan on like taking some art classes in college, like I'll try to find all the ones that I could that, I'd be interested in, and hopefully I could, make a career out of it at some point too. Whether it's like a cartoonist or an animator. That's it.
I have a question.
Yeah?
Malachi, really lovely job, and you did a great job of staying in contact with us as your site supervisors throughout your time and following up and doing all the tasks that were assigned to you. So, really good job on that front. But I know that you were probably a little discouraged when you didn't get the responses you were hoping for. Would
Yeah.
you think about following up with those professionals, maybe even after the school year is over?
I might, yeah. But, it would also like depend on time and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think eventually I would definitely like to follow up with them at some
Great.
point. Or even like in the future, like, maybe if like colleges have internships and stuff, I would definitely contact them again.
Great.
It's kind of like do like a do-over type thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Malachi, my only question is, what was your favorite part of the story you created?
Wow, that's actually really hard to determine, but I think like the middle sections were the best because, I feel there's like a lot of humor and stuff that went on. And, those are like my favorite parts to do as well because like, like the ideas, like when I make stories, the ideas really kind of like come to me as I'm doing it. So like it's kind of, like on the spot type thing. So, you know, I think the best part of it too is that, they were ideas that I wanted to do in the moment. And, when I wrote them out, I like really enjoyed them.
Yeah. That sounds like you figured out a little bit about your creative process. So you were talking about that in your presentation, and you sort of figured out that's the way that you work, which is really helpful for the future. So we just want to say great job, congratulations.
Thanks.
About me. Hi, my name is Juliana Aguilar. I'm a senior here at Jonathan Law High School, and I'll be furthering my academic career at Gateway Community College with a major in psychology and then transferring. Where did I intern? I interned at the Milford Prevention Council. Their office is located in Parsons, and other locations of coalitions I went to are West Haven High for the West Haven Prevention Council and the Orange Community Center for BODAC, which is Bethany, Orange, Woodbridge Drug and Alcohol Action Committee. My site supervisors. So I had 3 site supervisors, but my main one was Wendy Gibbons. She is the program director of all 3 coalitions. And then I also had Rebecca Flynn. She runs the West Haven Prevention Council. And then Jessica Simone. She's the Youth Services Coordinator of Orange, as well as the BODAC Coordinator. She has 2 titles. Why did I choose this site? I chose this site because mental health and social justice are very important topics to me, and I really wanted to intern for a nonprofit. I was already familiar with Wendy, the program director, through previous work of other clubs. I wanted to actually take initiative and make a difference and change in the world. It works with psychology, which is what I'm majoring in, and it's a good way to get a glimpse of the route I want to pursue in the future. What is the business of my site? The Milford Prevention Council is a nonprofit partner agency of United Way of Milford. Their mission is to reduce underage drinking and substance use through prevention, education, the support of law enforcement, and the strengthening of our community collaboration. They have programs that deliver the message, help kids, parents, and families make safe and healthy decisions. My expectations. I had a slight expectation of the work I would be doing. I knew that I would be posting and helping the TikTok from a previous discussion I had. But other than that, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know that I would meet and collaborate with so many different people. My responsibilities. Some of my responsibilities included researching events to attend, marketing strategies, interactions and use of social media, attending events, for example, Senior University, which was held here at Law and then also at Foreign, and we had 4 guest speakers go around and give the seniors advice. And then I also attended the duck race, and I just sat at a booth there and gave out information. And then I also had to attend different meetings, like staff meetings. I had attended a meeting about fundings and grant use because they have specific grants they have to use for specific things. Like in Orange, they had a grant for vaping, so they had to use that on strategies on how to prevent vaping only. And it was really cool to see how they have to budget certain things. And then coalition meetings with guest speakers. So I went on this one Google Meet with a bunch of people from the West Haven Coalition, and they actually had a guest speaker talk about youth gambling. So I learned a lot of information on youth gambling. And overall, my responsibility was to give the youth perspective on anything, because it's all stuff that targets me and my age. So my accomplishments and challenges. My accomplishments were that I researched and made a spread of community events for each coalition to attend this summer. I became mental health first aid certified, which means mental health first aid is a course that teaches you how to identify, understand, and respond to signs of mental illnesses and substance use disorders. The training gives you the skills you need to reach out and provide initial help and support to someone who may be developing a mental health or substance use problems or experiencing a crisis. I also found ways to entice people to join the youth committee, and I changed the name and description and flyer. I created many bonds and resources with people, and I learned some self-worth. Obviously, I had some before, but I learned how to be proud of my accomplishments and how to find validation in what you do. If you do something that you enjoy. Some of my challenges were time management and spreading myself too thin or taking on too many tasks. I didn't really know how to say no, and because there's 3 different locations, there was one day I had to drive to all 3. And I also have trouble with being on time. How did the internship experience contribute to my intellectual growth and sense of responsibility? The skills I developed were networking and communication, planning, and organizing. I've never used my Apple Calendar so much. It will help my future career planning because I have interest in the law and mental health field, and it's possibly a type of law to study. And like I said previously, I'm majoring in psychology. I plan on volunteering with the youth committee and Jessica from BODAC in the future while attending community college, just in my free time. My memories and favorite things. I really liked this reminder that I found at the mental health training. It says you don't have to be perfect. Having a bad day is okay. People love and appreciate you. This is a picture of the mental health training. One of my favorite memories was my first day at Orange. They actually got me Dunkin' Donuts. They got me a cold brew with oat milk. Love them for that. And then also, in the middle of our staff meeting, Taylor Swift announced she was dropping something, and my supervisor I was with is also a fan of her, and so we just looked at each other and like silently screamed. And then this is the Orange setup, the office, and then that was my setup in Milford. And then in West Haven I wasn't there much, so I didn't get many pictures. Thank you, and any questions?
What do you think is probably one of the things that you learned in either like the training or being a part of like the meetings that you feel like will be useful in like your future career? Like, is there something you took away that you think you'd apply?
Yes, I actually learned how to deal with people that you don't like because I have a hard time doing that. If someone isn't, my cup of tea, I kind of just like tend to go away from them. But I learned how to actually collaborate with them and like get things done that are important.
Kind of question, kind of comment. I think it's great, like how self-aware you've just been in reflecting, like you're really bad at punctuality.
Yeah.
So known issue, we can work on that.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you tend to like move away from like people that maybe aren't your vibe, and you realize now that like another known issue, so you can work through those. And I think that that's such an undervalued and under talked about and underrated like skill that comes from this. Of like, okay, I can look at myself now and say, you know what, I know I'm gonna have to be better at being on time. As a fellow late person, I will tell you, it's like a struggle always. And the earlier you can start to like come up with ways to combat that, I think it's really important.
Yeah.
And so I guess my final like question would be, are you I know like you wanted to go into the mental health field, and it's kind of like hard always to find really like seamless places, but are you, at the end of the day, are you really happy you did the internship?
I am really happy. I got to learn so many things. I can say I'm mental health certified now, and I can actually help people, which is really just what I wanted to do.
And it seems to me like she had given you so much autonomy that
Yep.
you really like thrived in being able to do that. So
Yeah.
I'm really happy for you.
Yeah.
It's really great.
I got keys to the office and stuff.
Like, big responsibility.
I know.
Great.
Yeah, nice job.
Nice job.
Thank you.